No, Gigi, we can't stop for snacks, dude. We have to deliver all of these soft disclosure gift cards.
He goes by Zach Kane.
The motion detector! Hey, stop fighting over the beer brush.
Life finds a way.
Hydrate your elbows, moisturize your soul.
Feel the rhythm together.
Makes you feel alive and let the lotion roll. Soft disclosure, hear the cry. Maximum softness, do or die.
Muffin, hit it.
This episode is brought to you by Cacao Bliss from Earth Echo, a ceremonial grade Cacao drink with 7 superfoods that lower appetite, boost focus, and calm anxiety. There is a small region in northwest Costa Rica where more than people live to 100 than more than anyone else here on Earth. Researchers have spent years trying to figure out why, and the answer surprised everyone. As today's sponsor figured out how to put that secret into a delicious chocolate drink that is only 35 calories. The reason comes down to something called flavonoids, a natural compound found in raw cacao that modern chocolate processing destroys. In fact, researchers show that drinking high flavanol cacao can increase cell counts by up to 220%, improves blood vessel function by up to 47%. But you have to get the ceremonial grade stuff, the raw, real form found in nature. Learn more and get your special discount and free shipping today at trycacaobliss.com/Badlands. That is trycacaobliss.com/Badlands. Get yourself some today and be like the Koala people, who Harvard researchers discovered that the rates of cardiovascular problems are 9 times lower than Americans just by drinking a cup a day. Tired of having heavy, dusty, smelly cat litter that tracks everywhere and fills your house with odor? Discover Love's Litter, the long-lasting wood-based litter made from pure kindling dried wood with no chemicals or additives. It's eco-friendly, repurposing wood that would otherwise go to the landfill. Here's why it's so great. It completely neutralizes cat urine odor. You just scoop out the solids daily, flush them, and the urine simply evaporates with zero smell. A single 45-pound box can last one cat 6 to 9 months when used about an inch deep. It turns into fine sawdust over time, so there's minimal tracking and less mess to clean. Do you have birds? Love Litter is aggressively absorbent. It dries droppings instantly to prevent mold and dissolves harmlessly if your bird nibbles on them. Plus, it works wonderfully for ferrets, rabbits, reptiles, and more. Ready to kick the clay habit for good? Head to badlandsmedia.tv/litter for free shipping and try Love's Litters. Your pets and your nose will thank you.
The ideas that gave birth to our nation are the ideas that our nation is resistant to right now, and we should talk about that all the time.
In a world where narratives are shaped by corporations and gatekeepers, independent voices matter more than ever. Badlands Media brings together citizen journalists, researchers, and independent thinkers.
The truth is triggering.
Question the narrative. Explore the facts.
It's authenticity, courage, resilience.
Search for the truth others won't.
It's not about being first or being right.
The information war is changing.
It's about being authentic.
Embrace the friction.
Embrace the friction.
Shut the f*** up.
Authentically antagonizing. Join the movement.
I'm going to say how I feel.
Follow Badlands Media.
This is about the future.
The Badlands. What are the Badlands? Explain those Badlands. That's a hell of a name.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Shipwreck Show. My name is Shipwreck, and I'll be your hostess with the mostest. First of all, I played the wrong ad reel. Because fuck me, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing apparently with this. This is about as professional as I get. My bad. So what happened was there was a video for All Good from Jessica. She had sent me this box. It's over there. But she sent me this box, and it's got some insect repellent and sunscreen, and they're made with tallow. So, and she made me this really cool video to do it and everything. And I did the voiceover, and I was all ready to go. And then I must have uploaded the wrong ad. So go me. But you should get some All Good because it's awesome. Like I'm specifically, the sunscreen's kind of a big deal because I don't use sunscreen because of the chemicals and stuff. But then again, like I burn like a sieve. Like I burn terrible. I don't tan. I just burn and then I peel and then I'm white again. And if I do get a little bit of a tan, I normally just look dirty. It just doesn't work out because I got freckles and they just connect. And I just look like I just crawl. I look like a river rat. And so she had sent me some of this tallow sunscreen. She's like, you can use this because we're going on vacation and the place that we're going to, the resort they're going to, has got a really nice pool and everything. And I'm like, I'm fucking sit in the shade because I don't want to burn either and spend my whole vacation burnt. So she sent me some of this and it smells awesome. So there's that, but it's made from tallow. So I don't have to worry about like any of the chemicals or anything like that. And I think I think they link it in the description of the live. And then with it, she sent me some insect repellent because we're also going hiking. It's another thing that I don't use and I want to because I don't like bugs either. But I don't use it because of the chemicals. But this stuff also made from tallow. This smells super good. It's like that citrusy smell. It doesn't smell like chemicals. It just smells like the citrus that repels the bugs. And they're both these little like travel things. So I'm going to throw them in my bag and I can take them with. Now I kind of enjoy everything as to where normally when we go on vacation, I usually, especially with the sun, I usually tend to stay in the shade. I do. And it sucks. Like I just don't tan. Hi, it's good to see you. So make sure you go pick up some All Good. Again, it's going to be listed in the description below. And I think if you use code Badlands, you get, I don't know, you get like 10% off or free shipping or something. So use the code and go get you some for your vacation. She also does the hair masks, which I'm going to probably have her see if she'll send me one at the end of the summer. There's no point in doing one now because it's still hot as fuck. So, and then I can do one in the fall and try the hair mask. I don't know if it will help me though, because my hair is like super greasy as it is anyway. I don't know. We'll see. But go get you some. I love her. Thank you. She's saving my vacation by doing this for me, and I appreciate it more than you know. Hello. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. If you're on YouTube, hit the live hit the like button. And I guess Rumble too, but like make it look like I have friends. Hello. Hello. Goodness. Look at all you guys. Kick the tires and light the fires. So the House, I just got this news before we came on. The House just passed, what is it, Section 213, Section 219. It's the legislation. And what everybody is saying is that it is to combine Israel's military with our military. And I'm like, and I was fired up too. I was like, fuck all that, you fucking commies. But then I tried to read the bill, but they're super hard. And so then I went and found some people that read the bill and could kind of explain it better. And I put it into Grok and I'm like, help me understand this. And the way that I understand it is basically, I'm like, hold on, I got to screenshot it here. Basically, this is always something we've always done, but hang with me because I know you guys are going to be like, fuck that. And I get that, but hang with me a second, okay? So this is something that we've always done where we've traded like military information and things like that with all kinds of different countries, not just Israel. The legislation further institutionalizes U.S. military support for Israel by deepening the integration of the U.S. and the Israeli occupation military technology, intelligence, and defense industries. Now, this has always been the argument from like your Ben Shapiro's and stuff like that. Like we would not have our military secrets without Israel. And I've never believed that. I still don't. Because like the SS Liberty, you fucking bombed us. You bombed us. You dragged us into what is looking more and more like every single day going to be a forever war. Like Iran is going to be our forever war. I just think I do. And we're doing it on behalf of Israel. And the argument is that, well, Israel just retaliated. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I watched another clip from, I don't know, some news broadcast. It was a news, like a Fox News, where they were like, we feel like the United States maybe has not been 100% truthful with the weapon capabilities of Iran. Basically stating this as a weapons of mass destruction type situation, which we have said from the fucking beginning. From the beginning. Like there's no, Iran's got way too many people for us to be able to just go in there and overthrow it. That's not going to happen. That's not a thing. But we're here. But I guess now, so what this is, but here's what it is. We've always done this with them. The only difference that I can find with Section 219 is that there's like a time caveat on it now. As to where before it had to be renewed, I think every year or every, maybe every election cycle, it had to be renewed. This one carries all the way to like 2019 or 2029. And then there's like a portion in there that says that if they try to stop it, then anybody who votes to stop it will be held in contempt or something like that. That's a little fucking hairy. Like, I feel like that part is probably new. I don't agree. Yeah, Israel's the forever. Yep, it was. All good insect repellent was promised to me 200,000 years ago. Go get you some. Sorry. I don't believe that anything. Yeah, and that's where I'm at with it. I've got two different sides of the story. I've got the side that Grok is telling me. I've got the actual legislation, which says what it says. But just because it says what it says doesn't mean they're not going to do what they're going to do. So it's hard to tell what's actually going to happen because it's been a very long time since any of these people have given a flying fuck about laws or the Constitution or people's sovereignty, anything. They don't care. They don't care. They never have. If they cared about what you thought, and that was another thing that I saw coming from those who are opposing it. They're like, you need to call your senators. We did that. We did that when they sold TikTok to Israel. We called them so much they actually came online and were like, please stop calling us. We're afraid for our lives. These congressmen. Do you remember that? And you know what happened? They sold it anyway. That was the biggest phone campaign, email campaign, letter campaign that the Democratic side, the liberals, and the Republicans and the conservatives ever agreed over and came together and they made it happen. And it was a beautiful moment. It was a beautiful moment. We all agreed. We did not want Israel to own this app. And they sold it anyway. And now I get paid 12 cents a view. No, not even that. 12 cents per 1,000 views. Whereas before I was making like $1. So whatever, because we don't do this for the money. It's fine. But like, fuck that. Give me back the China. Okay, just give it back. I'm more afraid of Israel fucking us and messing around with us than I ever have been of China or Russia, because the China stuff is such bullshit. Anybody out here trying to tell you that China is coming for America and it's the Chinese we need to be afraid of, and China is full of shit, because if that was the case, not every damn item that we bought would come from China. Everything you see people drop shipping out here and trying to sell you is fucking Temu bullshit, right? Everything you buy on Amazon now comes from China. The majority of our farmland in the great state of Iowa, owned by China, was allowed to purchase it. I'm not afraid of China. Come at me, dog. Whatever. God. Cuba stole the elections. Trump was alive in 1979. I was alive in 1979. This has nothing to do with Israel. This is the nation that was going to start World War III, and now they can't, period. I don't even know what that means. Yeah, the right your senator, that's bullshit. That is, you're not going to make any changes. You're just not. You're wasting your time. It's almost as much of a waste of time as voting. Congratulations. I do have friends. Congratulations to the state of South Carolina. You didn't get a vote for who your GOP runner was going to be. It's going to be Lindsey Graham's sister. So good luck with that. Like, what the fuck was even that? She went on Sean Hannity. It was so crazy. She goes on there and he's like, are you going to do it? Are you going to announce here on my show? My show? And she's like, I'm going to do it. I'm ready. I'm going to take it on. Like, for fuck's sake. Thanks for the soundbite. I forgive him. We did it, Joe. I'm ready. I just could not. I simply cannot. What an absolute clown show this whole thing turned out to be. So much for the choice of the people. So much for democracy or a republic, because you ain't getting either one. Okay? You're getting flat cameras. Good luck. which I think is a conspiracy of its own. I do. Like, I don't understand. I feel like if they were really being hurt by people tearing down the flock cameras, one, it wouldn't be allowed to be posted online because that's the censorship shit still happening. Two, okay, you would hear about a lot more prosecutions than you are. I don't know what the deal is. Somebody said it had something to do with another company that does flock cameras, and they want the government contract to go to that company. And so everybody's really mad at Flock. And so when everyone's like, well, Flock is done, we're not going to put up cameras anymore, they're going to quietly come in with this other company and put them up. Which, par for the core, I guess. It's this week's data center conversation. They pulled a Kamala. They sure did. We did it, Joe. I forgive him. Oh, it's so corny. It's so corny. Go get your Culvers in your Land Rover while eating your McDonald's. Have you seen the new Superman movie? Man of Steel. Charlie Kirk was the Man of Steel. Get the fuck out of here. This fucking bullshit. This whole thing is run by corporations. All of it. It's all run by corporations. It may have been run by families at one point during the Titanic season. It's not anymore. It's run by corporations. Let's go back to, do I want to play? I have a video about section. It's from Tucker. And he kind of explains it, which is what got me looking at it in the first place, but we'll play it. Let me switch this back over.
They're attempting to merge the U.S. military with the IDF to pass a law that makes it impossible to disentangle, a law that basically funnels military aid to the Israeli military from the United States without any vote. And so it's very stealthy, it's clever, it's completely evil. And there's been very little attention paid to it because the American media is 100% behind it.
No one in the future can withdraw from it, or else it would be a federal violation. How is this possible?
There's no clearer example of treason that I can think of. That is selling out your country.
That's the part that I don't comprehend. I don't know if that's true, and I don't know if it's not. I don't know the timing. Like, if this is a permanent thing going forward and we can't get out of it. I don't know. So more to come on that with the Senate. So here's what happened. So the House passed it today. Senate still got to pass it. I don't know if they will or not. I don't even know where Mitch McConnell is. So I don't know. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. Nobody knows the trouble I'm in. I know a lot of people say that. I don't trust fucking anybody. I don't trust anybody. But you know what? That's where we're at. You read both sides of the argument. Same thing with like the Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk, Turning Point USA stuff. Like, I don't know. I lean more into what Candace Owens is saying because that does make sense to me in my rational brain, as to where the other side does not make sense to me at all. It didn't from the jump. It didn't from the funeral. It didn't from the weird pictures of the corpse. I didn't need Candace Owens to fucking tell me that something was wrong, because something was wrong, right? She's trying to put it together, or is putting it together, her and Bliss, I can't think of his name now. But it is. Seems to be the thing about Tucker. I've watched Tucker off and on for a really long time. In fact, I tuned into Tucker primarily during COVID because of this exact same situation. You'll have to forgive me. I'm still getting over what I had. It took fucking days to get over this. It was terrible. So during COVID, when it started, I wasn't watching the news at all. Like, I would have CNN on occasionally in the background, but I wasn't really tuned in. It was just on. Like, I just didn't watch news. But when COVID happened and we were all forced to tune into the daily pressers and all that bullshit to find out what the fuck we were supposed to do, or if we could do anything, or where we were going to go, or if we were going to get arrested, like, what the fuck is happening, right? I tuned into Tucker because in my house, with my husband and on our block at the time with our people, our friends, I was like, this whole thing stinks to high heaven. Something's not right. Like, if these masks are the one single thing that's going to save us from catching this disease that's going to absolutely kill us, because in the beginning, that's what it was. We're just fucked, and I'm not going to wear a mask. Like, I ain't going out like that. Catch me dying in my front yard, maskless, in all my beauty, right? And I didn't get it. And I had made a TikToks videos about it. And I'm like, I don't understand. I don't, like, you guys are like in a trance. What is wrong with some of you? Like, what are you talking about? This is so absurd. It is so absurd that I could not wrap my brain around the absurdity, right? And Tucker was the very first person that had because I had like a whopping 400 followers at the time. Tucker was the first person with a national audience. He was on Fox News to come out and say, hey, none of this is making any sense. And I was like, bruh, fucking somebody finally said it. That is a bigger deal than I am, right? Somebody finally said it. And then from then on, I didn't, like I said, I don't watch news, but I didn't watch it then. But when it came to Tucker, if he had an opinion on something that I also had an opinion on, I would listen to his opinion and then take that, not for what it was, but take that into consideration. And then he did it again with the Israel stuff when the Iranians raided that Israel music, fest or whatever. I'm like, this whole thing feels very staged. And he was the first one with an audience to come out and say the same fucking thing. And then Charlie Kirk did it not much later. And then Charlie Kirk was shot in the neck. So maybe they are, and they very well could be. And so you take everything with grains of salt, and I do. But if I have the thought first, and then somebody else comes in and says, hey, yeah, then I'm going to tend to be like, okay, so maybe I'm not the only one thinking this. Because during COVID, I was feeling very alone. I didn't have much of a following. My entire town got on its fucking knees and begged and paid for a vaccine clinic in the gym of the school. Like, I was feeling super alone until Tucker came out and said something. And then when he did, I saw all the people in the comments and I was like, thank God I'm not alone. I'm really not. Hello, Sean. Sean O'Vision. But again, whatever. It is, it is what it is. So that's where we're at. That we'll see if the Senate passes it. I don't know if they will or not without good old Mitch. And we're just gonna go from there. What do I got next? I like this guy.
Let's talk about the Jesse Waters backlash, the new testosterone military policy. The military is wanting to do a policy where it gives testosterone injections to its service members over age 30.
Entirely your choice to receive testosterone replacement therapy. This initiative, it's not about artificial enhancement.
Okay, Brown says that, but it is.
Restoring and optimizing your natural capability.
Rather could dance around a circle and call it a square. You want our military in peak male performance. There's nothing wrong with that. Just stop bullshit. We'll get into this combo in a minute, but here's why Jesse Waters is getting backlash.
I want these guys on it, but you know what's going to happen? The guys that don't need it are going to take it. To triple boost.
Right.
And then they're going to get out there, and women on base, you guys better be careful. Yeah. Port calls, women in Asia, you better be careful. Because these guys are going to be wild animals, and you better watch out.
Yeah. Even his co-workers were speechless. Shutting up was the easiest solution. Just shut the fuck up. Let's break this entire situation down. There is context and nuance here. What he said, gross, fuck yeah. He's alluding to sexual deviance, misconduct, even rape. The history of Liberty ports is no secret. Testosterone boosts libido, can make you competitive, aggressive, make you impulsive, and make very bad decisions. What could possibly go wrong with that? A plethora of extra behaviors, even risk-taking, especially when combined with steroid abuse, which is not uncommon for the military either. Now, what Jesse Waters is saying does hold true, especially when you read about the history that goes on at these ports. But there was literally 9 million ways to say it without being a fucking dick. Way to squash the toxic man narrative. If you don't know the history of these ports, Liberty ports, shore leave, the boom boom scene, where sailors frequently go to hit the beat after months of being isolated, basically in captivity. This is not a new phenomenon. Vietnam, the Cold War, World War II, and our troops, mainly our Navy and Marine Corps, still hit them today, although they're much different today. Still not a church picnic. The point is R&R. Keep morale up. And these places used to make Las Vegas look like Sunday school. Ports has a specific culture. Sex work, prostitution, brothel, DUIs, fighting, assaults, drinking, wild time. It's like a combination of a liberal protest, the debauchery at rainbow rallies. And this was systematically put in place. Benefit of those there and of those coming there. You can think what you want about that, but it is what it is. Now, over the years, they have reined these places in. What Jesse is referring to is a very old stereotype of things that might have been very normal in his day, but not so much now. These things do still happen, but not to the extent they did. For what I'm reading, they were sheer unadulterated chaos. Have curfews, no-go areas, limited access, check-in apps. Some have no drinking, some have strict limits. They work with the authority. Hell, the troops even go through consent training. So, I mean, they've addressed a lot of the issue, but shit still happens. I think the most infamous, notorious case, one involving the 12-year-old girl in 1995, where 3 servicemen did you know what in every way imaginable. Rodrigo, Kendrick, and Marcus. In the early 90s, late 90s, mid 2000s, it is not the majority of what happens on these ports now. There's really no data to track any of this stuff. Kinda up in the air if it's still happening.
I'm going to leave it at that because that video is another like 3 minutes long. But I didn't know Jesse Waters was under fire for that. And I didn't know our military was doing that either. I guess I don't have a lot of experience with testosterone. Sometimes I feel like I have more testosterone than a lot of women. And, I don't know. That's how I feel sometimes because I don't feel very dainty. I never have. I've never been that way. I've always been competitive. I've always been kind of aggressive. I can be kind of aggressive if I need to be. I don't know. So they're going to be giving testosterone. What I thought was really weird about it though is it's become, he says it so normally. He's like, we're doing all the, but like when it came to women and doing like the hormone replacement HRT and things like that was a huge controversy for years and years and years. Lots of fucking bullshit lies about it causing cancer and about it. And it turned out that was all bullshit, which sucked because a lot of women really struggled. But they come out with this and they're like, well, we're just going to inject them with some testosterone to make them more efficient. And it's like, well, I do. I feel like I've often wondered like if I should go get tested because I do feel like I have more testosterone than a lot of women. Like if I were to do this life over or if I were to get to pick a career that I would be really good at, I feel like I would be like a really good cop or just because I can be super aggressive. I've tried to kind of dial it back though. I guess I used to think this, like maybe I'm just an alpha female and that could be too, but I just feel like, I don't know. I always have. I've always felt like more of a dude. Even my husband will say it. I can eat like a man. That's why I'm going to have to track my food for the rest of my life. I can't trust my intuition. I can't trust my body. I eat like a male bodybuilder. Like, I just can't. Very sad. You turned into a black pillar. What the fuck are you talking about? Get the fuck out of here. I'm not a black pillar. Well, I probably am. But you know what? I'd rather be that than to walk around with my head in the fucking sand. Looking like a tard. There's no real wrong women. It's just, I think some women are just like that. Like your Caitlin Clark's, right? She's very, I would think like Caitlin Clark probably has a higher testosterone than a lot of women do. I have just recently come back into the color pink, and there's a whole conspiracy theory behind that too, apparently, when it comes to the feminist movement and the color pink. Did you know that? Like a lot of women now in 2026 who are leaving kind of that feminist ideology have realized how much they really do love the softer color pink and are starting to wear pink again and love pink again. And as kind of a sign that they're stepping back into their femininity, like their feminine side, their softer side. It's a very interesting thing. I don't know. I don't know if I have a healthier hormone profile than most women or not. I doubt it. I doubt it. I don't, my hormones, well, they were kind of a mess. They're much better now. They're much better now. Like, they were a mess for a long time. And then when I started, like, just watching what I ate and then getting my steps in, and now I'm walking like 5 and 6 miles a morning. Like, they've gotten better. Everything's gotten better. My period's gotten better. My hormonal fluctuation overall has gotten way better. I really do think it's the excess food, and we're just not moving enough. I do. I think that's a big part of it. And women, they just don't want to do what they need to do. They'd rather get walking aid mobilities and roll around on carts. A lot of women, not all women, but a lot of them I'm seeing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's any good or not. I got a needle phobia, so you won't catch me doing that. You won't catch me doing any GLP-1s. Somebody asked me that too. If this was my GLP-1 journey, I'm like, no, I'm just in a calorie deficit and I walk a lot. And that's it. That's all I'm doing. I got a needle phobia. Like, I don't like needles at all. At all. It's one of the primary reasons I avoid doctors like the plague. I just don't like them. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes with the military. It's different. It's interesting. What else I got? You guys want to talk about fiber? Since we're on the conversation, actually, since we're on the conversation about who owns the world, I'm going to go backwards with these videos for a second. Because we were talking earlier about who actually runs the show, right? And we used to talk about how it was like the bankers, them big bankers, the Titanic, the Rothschilds, the families. I don't think it is anymore. I think it's corporations. I do. And I want to talk about this real quick.
Someone said, if protein's really that good for us, do you think they'd be making it so accessible and shoving it down our throats? And
protein is everywhere now. Everywhere. It's in every fucking over-processed bullshit food that you could possibly buy. Pop-Tarts. Protein, I saw protein Snickers. Okay? Protein cereal. Protein soda. What the fuck are we doing? And if you look at the Pop-Tarts, the ingredients haven't changed. They just put it on the front of the box. Still got 370 calories per package. Still got a bajillion grams of sugar. But they're like, 10 grams of protein. I can get 12 grams from my little tiny cup of yogurt with 85 calories. Protein is everywhere. But that's because of the GLP-1. That's because the political playing field has changed. And that's because of Robert F. Kennedy Jr. And I don't know how everybody feels about him now. I haven't even seen what he's been doing. I've been looking for Nicole Shanahan. You guys seen her? Ain't nobody. She dead? Like, did they kill her? I was just curious. I haven't seen her in a minute. Anyway, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. came out and he's like, proteins, doing push-ups with the shirt off and his jeans. Protein. Okay. And so and then everybody got on GLP-1. And when the GLP-1 happened, then the conversation turned to protein. And the reason that happened is because if you're on a GLP-1, you're not eating. So you are losing your weight. But if you're not hitting a protein goal and you're not lifting heavy things or at least moving your body pretty religiously and pretty aggressively, you're going to look like you're melting. And so that whole conversation has changed. It's gone from body positivity and obesity is beautiful to hot girl summer. Like, we're back to skinny Victoria's Secret supermodels, which is what I grew up in. The age I grew up in was that. That's not necessarily healthy either. You got to find that balance in between the two, but we're shifting back to that. Okay. Low-rise jeans. No, never. You'll never catch me in a pair of low-rise jeans. But that's why. And the companies, they're doing this with the protein because they're trying to keep up with that and make money off it. That's all it is. It's same with Weight Watchers points. Jenny Craig. Hi, baby. I love you. How was your burger? Yeah, it was all right. I know. Okay. I love you. It's just marketing. They're just trying to market to the demographic that's now changing. Fat is not in anymore. Okay. Morbidly obese is not getting the brand deals anymore. Mukbangs, maybe Cookie Crumble seems to be doing real well with the mukbangs. I swear to God, every mukbanger on TikTok gets a Cookie Crumble contract. Cookie Crumble is fucking gross. I'm just gonna say it. Have you ever had Cookie Crumble cookies? They're gross. I've had them twice because I thought maybe the first time we just got a bad batch. No, they're fucking gross. And maybe they were good at one point when they were privately owned, but they're gross now. And I am not going to spend that much money on cookies or that kind of calorie. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. I don't know. I saw him on a podcast talking about Israel. So that is whatever. He's not wrong when it comes to the protein. You should hit your protein goal. Okay, but you should not be hitting your protein goal by eating Pop-Tarts. Have a steak. Have some chicken thighs. Okay. Yogurt, Greek yogurt's a great source of protein. Like I said, I get the majority of my protein from Greek yogurt. I get my Greek yogurt, I put a banana in it or something, and that's where I get the majority of my protein. I do protein shakes if I'm struggling to hit it, because sometimes I do. Because sometimes I'm just not hungry for that kind of stuff. So I'll have a protein shake. But we are pretty picky about that too. It's usually one of the more expensive ones. And so I try not to drink them often because then we have to buy them a lot. So if Badlands has any protein companies that are looking to get involved, hit your girl up. I'll do all the things. I'll do an unboxing at the beginning of the live. I'll do everything. I'll do a 30-day score, whatever they want. But meat is the best thing that you can do to get your protein in. And it's expensive. And if you buy from a farmer, great. If you buy from the store, it's fine too. It's probably not going to taste good, but it's fine. Don't get it from Pop-Tarts. I like peanut butter too. I do. I put peanut butter in my high fiber, carb friendly wraps. And we're going to talk about fiber. Here we go.
4 reasons why you should prioritize fiber in your diet to increase longevity. Now, most people think of fiber as something your grandmother worried about, but the truth is, if you care about living longer and living better, fiber is one of the simplest and most powerful tools that you have. Dietary fiber is the non-digestible part of plants, things like cellulose, pectins, etc. So why does fiber matter so much for longevity? Well, first, cardiometabolic protection. Fiber modestly lowers circulating LDL cholesterol and it combats insulin resistance. The same levers I'm trying to optimize in every patient I operate on. Number 2, it improves digestion. It increases stool bulk, which keeps things moving. That's not just comfort, that reduces the risks of constipation, diverticular disease, and even colon cancer. Third, microbiome health. Fermentable fibers feed your gut bacteria, which produce short-chain fatty acids, powerful molecules that reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and support your overall immune health. And finally, weight management. Fiber increases satiety and slows gastric emptying. It helps prevent overeating, not through willpower, by making you feel full. The reality, most adults get far below the daily recommended 25 grams for women, 38 grams for men. And the greatest benefits show up as intake increases, especially from whole foods like legumes, whole grains, vegetables, fruits, nuts, and seeds. If you want an easy, evidence-based longevity intervention, add more plants to your plate.
Here's the thing. And you're going to come for me about this because we just talked about it. Okay. The overprocessed shit. But I struggle with fiber stuff. I do. I'm not a fruit eater. I never have been. And like an apple, one of my Honeycrisp apples only has 4 grams of fiber. And I'm supposed to hit 25 a day. Now, there are other things that I do love to eat, like bell peppers, onions, all that stuff. I love veggies. So I will eat veggies all the time. Like last night, we did a 1-sheet pan sausage and peppers dish over rice, and it was super good. And there was a shit ton of fiber in it because bell peppers have quite a bit of fiber, and there's a lot of bell peppers in that. So I use the carb balance wraps. Like one of the big burrito wraps has almost your daily fiber intake in it. It's like 20 grams or some ridiculous ass number. And all I do is I put a tablespoon of peanut butter on it and I roll it up like a little burrito, and I usually eat it for a snack. It is 210 calories, like 20 grams of fiber. You get a little bit of protein from the peanut butter, not much protein in the carb wrap. I don't know how they get that much fiber in it. I'm not going to ask. It's one of those things where, like, I just don't want to know. It's probably bugs or sawdust. But you know what? I poop every day. I'm no longer bloated. I don't get ovarian cysts, or if I do get them, they don't bother me as much. I feel better because, like, when you're full of shit, it can affect, like, your gut health affects your mental health and your mental clarity. So, like, if I'm full, I feel sluggy, I feel sweaty, I feel gross, I feel bloated, my mental health is in the toilet, my anxiety goes up. Like, I overall feel like crap. It might be sawdust. That's what somebody said. Might be sawdust. It's that glucose. Now I read it. Like, because then I looked it up because I was kind of curious. It's like glucose from the plant fiber or something. Not exactly sawdust, but it's like kind of sawdust. I do the whole grain ones. I don't know if that helps. Maybe that helps a little bit, but it does. But that's one of the ones, and it helps me get there. And I eat one a day, and I get there, and I poop every day, and I'm down almost 27 pounds. I'm not dead. So it's probably fine. Maybe. There are some processed foods that I will not, like protein Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts are so bad for you. So bad for you. There are some that I just won't touch. Pop-Tarts, for whatever reason, is just one of them. I have psilocybin husks. Is that like mushrooms? Yeah, I'm good. I'm just, and I did the chia seed thing, but there's only 4 grams of fiber in 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, and there's 240 calories in 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. It just didn't seem worth it. Like, my chia seed pudding was 320 calories, and it felt like barely food. And so and I only got like 4 or 5 grams of fiber, which sounds like a lot, I suppose, in the grand scheme of things, but it was not for me. Oh, my bad. Sorry. So it works. That's how I get a lot of my fiber and vegetables. I'm just not a fruit eater. I don't like fruit. I had a banana this morning with a tablespoon of Nutella. That was okay. There was 4 grams of fiber in that banana. And then I had some of my Sola bread, which had 4 grams of fiber per slice. Somebody at the front door. Helps her gut and fiber intake. I don't know what good is it. Is that beer? I don't really drink. I don't know. I'm looking for something else too, because I'm getting tired of the wraps. But it has helped. And it just has. I've hit a fiber goal every day for the last 60 days. And I sleep so much better when I'm not full. Like, fiber needs to be the next part of the conversation. Like, we need to be hitting a fiber goal. And I don't think any of us are, because when you start over processing food, like, even if like you take a piece of fruit that's got a lot of fiber in it, like an apple, okay? But you over process it and you put it into like a Pop-Tart, that fiber is essentially gone because it's been processed out. Good Brew is the shit. I'll look at it. What is it? Tell me. You got to poop every day. You do. Pooping it's like magic. It's like a magic pill. Hi. Yeah, you can check with your dad though. Is he in the bathroom? Oh, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. Love you. So each fiber. You'll feel better. What do I got next? Oh, is it what is, this guy? Here, hold on. Oh, let me change the thing again.
I'm not sure if I'm the only one that's experienced this, but I really don't think that junk food hits the same way that it used to. Like, I remember when I was young and I would eat junk food. Sure, you felt like death, but like, not really. Like, you could eat like a bag of potato chips or like a Reese's Pieces and still feel like a functioning human after that. Now I feel like junk food just feels like irresponsible. Like, there's this feeling that I get after I binge on junk food that it's not just like, oh, I like have a upset tummy. It's like, no, I think you just did like noticeable damage to your body. Like, I'm pretty sure if this was a video game, your HP would have just gone down by like 20%. And I'm sure it's partially because like I'm getting older, but I really don't think it's that. I'm pretty sure it's just because like junk food is now just like chemicals. Like, it used to just be like a lot of sugar. Now it's like you're just drinking pesticides, and that's the feeling that you get after. It's not just like, oh, I feel kind of gross. It's like, no, I think I'm like a science experiment at this point.
He's right though. Have you had like a Reese's peanut butter cup in a while? I haven't had one since last Halloween. Do you know why? Because it was awful. It wasn't even worth it. It wasn't even good. It was awful. And I was so sad because those were my favorite. And I don't have them very often. I was so pumped. I'm like, I'm going to eat one. It's how they were awful. It tasted like straight up chemical imbalance. I thought about prune juice, but you got to remember, here's the thing. And everybody's got really great ideas. And I love this. I do. But for right now, I'm in a fairly aggressive caloric deficit. And so I don't know how much prune juice. I don't know how much fiber is in prune juice. I can look. Somebody else said if I eat something, but that may I make a lot of sausage and cabbage, fried sausage and cabbage, which is higher in calories, but I eat more of the cabbage than I do the sausage, and that will do the trick for me as well. But Dove dark chocolate promises. I just he's totally spot on. Totally spot on. I've never been a big junk food eater as it was, really. Like, what are you doing? I just never have. I like my good food. I just like to eat a lot of it. So like, I'll make homemade mac and cheese with all whole foods, right? I'll eat 2 bowls in 6 minutes. Like, home. No wonder I'm constipated all the time. But I'm in this pretty aggressive calorie deficit. I have 1,370 calories a day that I can eat. And so I try to keep those in a meal base as much as I can. Like, I don't really eat breakfast. I'll eat breakfast at like 11. So it's like a breakfast lunch. And so I can't, like, the chia seeds they weren't worth it for me. It wasn't good. It didn't taste good. It was slimy and I couldn't get it down. And then I was still hungry afterwards. It wasn't satiating. They just didn't do the trick. And then the fiber and count in them wasn't even that great. An apple is fine if I'm in the mood, but like, I don't care for fruit. I just never have. But so I'm doing the wraps for now. And then once I can get to a baseline caloric, which I've probably got probably 4 more months to go. Once I can get to my maintenance. Once I get to my maintenance, then I can kind of play around a little bit more. You know, I can do a higher calorie prune juice, or I can do, stuff like that, or I can do something to make apples maybe more peanut butter. Because right now I only get a teaspoon or a tablespoon, and that's just not enough. Right? But I do love cabbage, and so I do have a lot of cabbage. We make a lot of cabbage dishes, and I do love bell peppers. I make a lot of that. It's just, I have to do it this way for now. It's more important to me to get this excess weight off than to worry about every single piece of sawdust and squish bug in my food at this point for right now. It just is. And then once we get there, we'll kind of look at a different route. I don't worry about the fat part of my macro. I don't. Those both seem to fall in line. My fat and my sugars, my carbohydrates, all seem to fall well below goal if I stick to my protein goal and I hit my fiber goal. If I hit those two things, everything else is right where it needs to be, which is kind of interesting. Sugar is probably not that interesting because you can't go out and eat, a bag of M&Ms or an entire cake when you want to, because that's going to put you way over in calories. So I'll check out the Good Brew. Is it coffee? Just a minute. I'm going to eat a spoonful. Thank you. It's a tablespoon and there is 90 calories. There's 100 calories in Nutella. There's 90 calories in peanut butter. Goodbrew.com. You said they sponsored Alpha's show? Oh my God. $109. This is kind of another thing. Listen, we're kind of tightening the belt straps around this house right now. One, we're trying to go on vacation at some point. And then two, like the economy just kind of blows. And I don't want to be in a position where like one of our cars break down or something and not have a little money set aside. So we're trying not to, like my husband really wants to get some supplements and stuff too. And we're just kind of waiting. This seems like one of those things. Oh, you can use, so it's https:/goodbrew.com/badlands. It works in coffee. It's prebiotic fiber. Hey, if they're looking, July 4th special, get a free small travel size with a large $63.99. Oh, here's one. This is only $25. I could do that one. That's got 15 servings. That's 15 days. It mixes. I do take collagen still. I will get it through. I'll look it up and maybe I'll try it. I have to look up again, I have to be super stingy with my calories because I just don't get a lot. And it's working for me. It's working really, really well. I don't feel like I'm hungry all the time. I'm not white knuckling through this. I have to be very picky about what I eat and how I eat and how fast I eat. And I can't listen to my body. I can't. There are some people who can, a lot of people that can't. I can't. I'll be a mukbanger by next year. I can't. I just can't. What do we got next? Oh my God. Jimothy. Did you guys hear about Jimothy? Hold on.
A raccoon named Jimothy has taken the world by storm, and his mother deserves some recognition too. The compact, spherical raccoon was recently spotted scampering around by a Seattle local named Kiana, who named him Jimothy because, in her words, he looked like a Jimothy. While he's a wild animal who hasn't been formally assessed, he appears to have what's called short spine syndrome. And long before he had garnered any attention online, Jimothy was an even smaller orb, wobbling around with his family, which is where Mama Jimothy, or Jimberly as I'll call her, comes into play. In the raccoon world, it's not uncommon for mothers to abandon kits that are born sick or with disabilities, as the extra effort that it takes her to raise them could potentially put the rest of the litter at risk. But Jimberly didn't do that. According to families who watched the family around their backyards for months, Jimberly and the other kits were endlessly patient with their little roly-poly, keeping him from tumbling over and even carrying him when he couldn't quite keep up. Jimberly never gave up on Jimothy, and it paid off because local experts say that he appears to be getting around fine unassisted, and he looks very spry, showing excellent signs for survival in the wild. And while no one can know for sure what he's feeling, everything they've observed currently suggests that Jimothy isn't in distress, he's just built different. Understandably, people can't get enough of him, and he's turned into an overnight Seattle icon. He was even honored at the recent Seattle Mariners game, where a Jimothy mascot joined the team's traditional salmon run and, of course, won the whole thing. The city even has plans for an official proclamation and art celebration in honor of what they're lovingly calling Jimothy Summer. Of course, with all of this popularity, it's extremely important to note that Jimothy should only ever be loved from a distance. He's a wild animal, and the kindest thing that we can do for him is to give him the space and the freedom to simply be wild and thrive on his own terms. I'm Jen, and I post something positive every day.
Jimothy! I just fell in love with that story when it first came out. And then when I read about his mom and stuff, I was like, bro, that's great. You know why? Because we have a raccoon that lives in our backyard. I can't bring him in the house and I can't feed him, but I did get to name him. His name is Rocket. And he comes into our Ring doorbell camera sometimes. He's the cutest thing ever. And he's just a baby. I just love him. And then we saw Timothy. I know. Oh, he's just great. Alpha just got a feels great protocol. 7 to 6 women on this. It's a weight loss program, but people are leaving medications by taking it. That's good. No, I'm here for that. I'm here for all the suggestions. I am. I'm just like what I've been. It's just been over 110 days, 105 days now that I've been doing this, and it's working. And so I just need to keep doing what I'm doing until I get maintenance. And somebody said, aren't you, I am skinny enough from here to here. Okay. All of my fat deposits are below my waist. Like that's where I carry the majority of my bulk, I guess you could say. And so when I lose weight too, I lose it quickly from my face and I lose it from here, much to Mr. Shipwreck's dismay, but because he loves them boobies, but it is what it is. And it's also why my glasses are super big. I do have an eye appointment coming up, so I need to get new glasses, which is good because I can't see anyway. Here, my goal weight, the weight that I'm supposed to be at, if you think about like medically, okay? If you think about medically, my goal weight is 135. That's what I'm supposed to be. I'm 5'7". I'm at 160 this morning, and I have not been under 160 since I can remember. Probably since maybe middle school. No shit. So I'm at this like turning point because anytime I've gotten to this point before, because I've been on a weight loss journey my whole life, I feel like. Okay. Anytime I've got to this point before, I stalled, and I'm stalled now. It's been about 2 weeks, and I haven't really moved. And I usually just quit after this. And so this time I'm not going to, because I have a plan, and I already bought, new shoes. So I need to use them, and I'm just going to keep going. So we'll see how it works, and we'll go from there. I will. I'll do like a whole video Substack thing about it. Kyle, it's we got raccoons everywhere. There's raccoons and stray cats everywhere in this town. The feel good protocol is Unicity. There, go get whatever that is. That's a conversation that I must have missed. Yeah, too many comments. I'm sorry. Raccoons. I'm very excited about this. Like I said, we do go on vacation. I'm a little nervous because we're going on vacation. But I've already made the decision that we're going to track while I'm on vacation. I'm not going to go nuts. We've already talked about it. My husband's kind of been on the same thing. So we've already kind of talked about it. We rented a cabin with a full kitchen so that we can cook the majority of our meals there so we can stay on track. And then we're doing a lot of hiking too, which is, again, all good. Sunscreen and bug spray and bug bomb. I don't know if you just got here, but I played the wrong ads reel. So I didn't play your ad. So I spent the first 5 minutes of the live talking about the gift you sent me and how much I'm going to use it, and talking about how I look like a dirty mudworm when I tan because my freckles just connect. I just look dirty. It's terrible. So we're going to keep going. I ideally, and I know we're all mad at data centers and stuff like that. Or y'all are. I'm kind of indifferent to it at this point. But I've been using ChatGPT too to kind of help me posting my macros and stuff and saying, okay, where, how are we doing? Where are we at? Because a lot of this is a mental game too. So I've been stuck at the same weight for almost 2 weeks now. And that's because I ovulated, and now I'm, carrying a bunch of water. Then we had the sausages last night. That was salt. I haven't changed anything. I've not gone over my deficit, and I've stalled. And so, but then I plug it in ChatGPT. ChatGPT's like, yeah, but on this day in June, which is today's the 22nd, on this day in June, you were 160, almost 169. And that was less, that was exactly 30 days ago. I'm like, oh, all right. So I get very short-sighted. But I don't know. I don't care about, the whole AI thing, the whole data center conversation. There's some drama on my Facebook about it. And because they're using, and I've said this before, and they'll argue with me. And I'm like, stop using ChatGPT then. Like you're using ChatGPT to build your anti-data center flyers. I'm mind fucked. But that's not the only drama that's been going on my Facebook. We also had some other drama going on. Oh, girl, I've done everything. I intermittently fast now, though. So I don't eat after 5 o'clock. And then I don't eat the next day until about 11:30. So I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but that's what I do right now. But I've done everything. I've done Mediterranean. I've done carnivore. I've done low carb. I've done no carb. I've done Weight Watchers. I've done not Sally Jessica Field. What is her name? I can't think of her name. It's another talk show lady who did weight loss. Okay. I've done vegetarian. I've done intermittent fasting. Okay. Where I ate between the hours of like noon and 4. I ate whatever I wanted and then I fast. And I could not sustain any of them for more than 3 months. I would get to this point at 160 and I could not sustain anymore because I would stall and then I would get pissed and then I'd quit because I couldn't maintain eating just meat. I couldn't afford eating just Mediterranean. That's expensive ass shit. Okay. I couldn't maintain it. The caloric deficit I can maintain. The caloric deficit I can plan for because I plan all my meals anyway. And I have to make meals that my kids will eat. So like last night we had tacos. So I had my carb-friendly wrap tortilla thing with my 4 ounces of lean ground beef because we buy from a butcher. So it's lean ground beef. And then I measure it with my little food scale. And then I eat it slow. And then I wait 5 minutes. And if I want another one, I have another one. But usually after the 5 minutes is done, I don't want another one. So I don't. Oh, yeah. We got rid of seed oils a long time ago. We don't do anything with seed oils intentionally. Now, there's seed oils in some of the things that we eat, probably. Some of like the processed things that we still eat, probably. But as far as like using them to cook in or fry in or anything, no, I don't. I don't do that anymore. So, but that 1370 calorie deficit I can stay in. Because like when we were doing travel basketball, there's a lot of eating out. And it's unfortunately fast food because by the time we get done, that's the only thing open. So what I would do then, instead of trying to like figure it all out, I would just get a kid's meal, which usually came to about 400 calories total for my kid's meal. And it would be a plain hamburger or something. And that was fine. And it worked. It works for me. Like, and I feel like I can maintain this for months. I really do. So everything in moderation. This is one thing that not enough people talk about. We can talk about the poisons in our food. Absolutely. We can, Europe goes on and on and on about how unhealthy American food is till they came here. And then they were like, oh my God, this is great. I'm not even going to start. It's fine. Okay. We can talk about all that. But what we don't talk enough about is when we went from regular serving sizes to king size serving sizes. And let me explain. I've got 2 sets of bowls that I absolutely love. Okay. My first set is my Ree Drummond. I can't think of what her Pioneer Woman. It was the first really nice set that I'd ever, really bought because we usually use dollar store shit. So it was the first nice set and they're big. And you can fit 3 cups of cereal, macaroni cheese, 3 cups. Because I did this. I should make a video on it. I did this experiment. 3 cups of cereal in that. Okay. And your serving size for cereal is like 1 cup, I think, or 1 and some odd cups. Okay. And so when you fill your bowl, my Ree Drummond bowl, with cereal, I fill it all the way to the top and then the milk and then I eat it, and you're at what? Probably 600 calories, if not more, depending on the cereal. Okay. But then they started to break. And so I had to get new ones. Well, we're trying to also save money. I'm a little frugal. So I went to our local antique shop and I know the lady there and I'm like, hey, I just need some bowls, like just some cheap bowls for the kids. And she sold me these bowls that came from the 70s. I can't remember, not Faberware. I can't remember what they're called. They have the gold thing around them and you all are like, that's lead. And I'm like, you know what? There's lead in our water. I don't care. I don't. You know what that means? That means they can't like fire laser me. That's why they wanted to remove all the lead paint off the houses so they could like x-ray in and see you. Don't fucking get me started on that whole campaign. Okay? Anyway, it's got the gold paint around them and they don't break. They're fucking resilient as hell. And I can't think of the name of them. Somebody say it. But here's the thing. You can fit. Yes. No. No, you're going to make me go get it. Maybe Mr. Shipwreck will bring me one. I think he's eating his dinner. I think it is. It might be Corningware. Those bowls fit 1 cup of cereal. Cornell. That's what they are. They're Cornell. Or Corel or whatever. And they are legitimately from the 1970s. She got them from an auction. They hold 1 cup of cereal. That's it. You're not getting anything else in that bowl without making a huge fucking mess. 1 cup of cereal and a little bit of milk. We went from, that was a normal serving size back in the 1970s, to Reed Drummond's bowl, which holds 3 cups here in 2026. So yes, our food is shit. Yes, the overprocessed stuff makes people gain weight. Yes, absolutely. The pesticides and the they put so much sugar in your food that you never feel satiated and you're always craving more. Yes to all of that. Okay? But the portion sizes also changed. Do you remember? I remember when king size candy bars were brand new. Back in the early 1990s. I was a little kid. But I remember there used to be the regular size candy bars. Your Snicker bars were this big. Maybe that big. Now you can buy a family size or a sharing size. And that's the norm. When you go into a store now, like go into your gas station. Next time you go into your gas station, see if you can find a regular size candy bar. See how easily you can find it compared to how easily you can find the king size one. It's hard. At Casey's it is anyway. You'll always grab the king size one because it's right there. They put the regular size ones over to the other side in the back. They changed the serving. Remember Super Size Me from McDonald's? And that whole thing? You want that supersized? You want that doubled up? Do you want that small, medium, or large? What the fuck is a serving? They don't even serve smalls anymore. You can't go to McDonald's and get a small. You have to get a medium or large. You can get a kid's meal. And that's what I do when I have to. Because sometimes we do. We went to Jimmy John's. You can get the gargantuan. But did you also know, and it's not on the menu. Or maybe it is. If it is, I've never found it. I only found out about this online. If you go to Jimmy John's, they make these thinnies. Which is like these two, they're like, they take the sandwich bread and they cut it into threes. And you get one of the thirds. It's like half the calories of and you can make your normal sandwich and it's like half the calories of a normal sandwich. And their sandwiches are huge. Subway, same thing. Well, Subway's terrible. Our Subway is anyway. I don't even eat there anymore. For Reese's, the king size is harder to find than the new 6-pack. Yeah. This is what I'm saying. Christmas time. Our Casey's gets these huge Snicker bars that you can buy somebody for Christmas. Like, why would you even do that? Our kids get a handful of like the little Christmas candies in their stocking, but then they usually get like toys and shit. We don't do a lot of candy stuff at Christmas. The serving sizes have changed dramatically. Can you even get like a small Starbucks anymore? Or is it all medium and large? A venti. I don't know. I don't go to Starbucks, so I don't know. Everything has gotten huge. Your plates, our dinner plates. Because when I went and bought the bowls from Cornell. When I went and got the bowls, I also got the plates because they came as a set. Okay, and I've got regular dinner plates that I got from just Walmart. They're your regular run-of-the-mill dinner plates. And they are twice the size of these Cornell ones. Twice the size. So I got rid of the big dinner plates and we use the small ones. Yeah. Advertising for McDonald's too, which I thought was hilariously funny at the time, but in hindsight, looking back, especially when we started with the DoorDash and all that shit, I'm like, bro, this is not. It is Corral. Is it Corral? I'm going to make a video on that because not enough people talk about the serving sizes. They talk about the poisons, talk about the overprocessing, but not enough people talk about the just gluttony that that has been instilled on us. And I'm not saying that's not 100% our fault. Some of it is, for sure, the mukbangs, like normalizing and giving brand deals to mukbangers. Looking at you, Crumble Cookie. What are you doing? That woman is 500 pounds. Your cookies are 1,000 calories each. And you're giving them free cookies so that they can make videos doing mukbangs. Feeder content. Like this whole thing is warped as fuck. It's not just the chemicals. It's not just the extra sugar. It's not even just the constant advertising. It is the complete change of the serving sizes. We have a restaurant in our town, and we go there occasionally. And the serving size, it's a small town restaurant. They've been open since I think like the 60s. But their serving sizes have not changed. Their plates have not changed. You get their grand slam breakfast is 2 eggs, 2 pieces of bacon, a half a cup of hash browns, and 1 piece of whole grain toast. If you go order a full, like a grand slam breakfast at Perkins, you're getting 3 hot cakes, 2 pieces of bacon, 2 pieces of sausage, 4 pieces of toast, 6 eggs, French toast. Like you're getting everything. Biscuits and gravy. We are an addiction-based society, and they figured it the fuck out. And now they have convinced everybody that gluttony is the way to go. And because then what happens? You balloon up to 400, 500, 600 pounds. Then you go get on a GLP-1, okay, to lose all your weight. But if you want to be on a GLP-1, you got to get your protein goals. So go buy these protein Pop-Tarts. It's just this fucking constant circle. And they're manipulating everybody. And everybody blames everything else. When the truth is, you're just not getting enough fiber. Probably. Eat your fiber, you fucktards. Eat it. Y'all, you got your butts all puckered. I know, because my butt was also puckered. Not anymore. Flows. We flow. I get home from my walk. Okay? Before I get in the shower, we flow. We get the poops going. It's awesome. All right, that's enough. We're over on time. I should go. I'm just saying. I know. This is why nobody wants to talk about it. But they should. They should. That's how colon cancer happens. Too much poop sitting in there for too long. Too much straining. Each fiber. Each fiber, fucktards. Clip this. Where is she? We had a call today and she's like, you got to tell me when to clip. Clip this. Eat your fiber, fucktards. Okay? She won't, though, because it has to go on Instagram. And Instagram doesn't like you swearing. Maybe not. I don't know. Okay? Because being constantly constipated causes colon cancer. It's the C's. Constantly constipated colon cancer. The 4 C's. Remember that. Eat your fiber. Clip this. And if there's any fiber companies out there. Oh, no, we did. We found one. They want to work with your girl. I'll make a whole ass video for them and post it to X too. I don't care. I need fiber. It's so hard to hit. I keep choking down these carb-friendly rolls. They're not good. But they're not $65 either. She'll do it. Do it! And tag Alpha, because I feel like he knows what I'm talking about. He was in here yelling about fiber last week. I have to do this interview too with the other Badlanders. I don't know the other Badlanders very well because I'm not like integrated. I'm just not. If y'all think it's just GART, it's not. I have a lot of group chats too, and that doesn't help because we have football group chat, and we've got travel basketball group chat, and we've got moms of the 6th grade now group chat. I mean, I've got all these group chats, and they're always going off, and they make my chest hurt, like super tight. And so I just have to turn notifications off and check them once a day because I can't breathe. I can't breathe with all this going on, right? So we have to do this interview, and I'm like, I don't think I can do the interview because I don't know anybody well enough. So like if he's like, which Badlander would be the most likely to eat all the fiber? I would be like probably Alpha and myself, only because that's the 1 or 2 interactions I've ever had with him was about fiber. You can clip that too. I'm just kidding. Don't clip that. Alpha cut out sugar, so he might be high. I should bring him on. Do you think he'd come on and talk to me about this? Do we have that in common? And it's going to be until all of you are hitting a fiber goal of 25 grams for a female, 30 grams for a male. Because I think that's the biggest part of this country's problem is we're all constipated. We're constipated on the wrong end. We need to free flow through our butts and be constipation of the mouth. That's what we need. Some of us. He should. You want to ask him? I want to talk to him. Maybe we could do a whole show about it, like next week. Is he sus? I doubt it. Everybody thinks everybody's sus. I will. He can come on and talk about fiber. He had a whole guy shitting on sugar for a show. So I think but in my opinion, he's going in the wrong direction. Well, good. I want to talk to him more about that because I'm still kind of learning. Like I'm still trying to learn. I know the fiber thing. I know the fiber thing is important because I've experienced that. And you guys, and I can't push this enough. I simply cannot. Like I feel so much better. Like I understand why my husband's so laid back now. That man poops every day. Same time. Every day. I don't know how he does it. He's just magic. But he's so laid back. But since I too have started pooping every day, I feel very laid back. And between the pooping and the walking, probably the walking has a lot to do with it too, because I get to see the sun come up over the cornfields every morning. Because if you get outside and you walk outside, it's supposed to help with like your mental clarity, and I think it does. And I'm all for that. He likes Pet Club. I liked the magic wood litter we got. I don't remember what I called it. Like the magic wood that your cat pees in. I liked that. That was great. She liked it too, didn't you, you chung? Chungus humongous. I don't know where she's at. She was in here. Magic wood. Loves litters. Yes. It was magic wood. They make litter out of like these little wood pellets. And it didn't stink at all. And it doesn't weigh 11 pounds when I have to carry it outside and dump it in the garbage thing. I had to run to the other room. Agree. We are, constipation of the wrong hole. That's what we got right now. As a Ben Shapiro's got for sure. Constipation of the wrong hole. Yeah, I do. I love the Loves Litters and the Cacao Bliss. Like I'm here for all of that. All good. They work with, that's one thing about Badlands is I don't mind the ads so much because sometimes they can be super stupid. Not with Badlands, but in general. Do you know what I mean? Like some of these ads are like, I don't even get in. I don't even know what this is. But all the ads, or the majority of the ads that we've had, like Jessica's All Good, the bug, like this is stuff that I use. So yeah, I'm cool. We can send me some All Good, tallow sunscreen, and the insect repellent. I'm going to throw it in my bag when we're out hiking. The soft disclosure, the lotion. I still use it on every live. Cool. Yeah. Cool. Let me know. You want to come on next week? It'd have to be Tuesday night, though. I have to change. Don't forget. Maybe you already forgot. But I have to change to Tuesday night next week because we got a thing Wednesday night. And it's the only time I have to change is when stuff like this happens. On the anti-sugar side, I think that the anti-anything, I think you can have everything in moderation. I just can't. Like I can eat a piece of cake and be fine, right? I'm not all anti-sugar. I'm anti-bugs. Don't put bugs in my shit. I'm anti-fake meat. Definitely anti-fake meat. Don't do that. Just don't. I told you guys it was the Taco Bell bug. I coined that, and everyone's like, no, it's not. Yes, it is. This is Taco Bell bug. I made a video on it weeks ago. Like Taco Bell bug. They released it. I already forgot noting now. Yeah, I got to change it to Tuesday night next week. I don't eat Taco Bell either. Just the meat. There's something with the grainy. There's something with the meat I don't like. I never have. I've never been a Taco Bell fan. Never been. But yeah, sorry, I'm going to go. I love your faces. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully things get better on the political side. They won't, but whatever. Whatever. Because we're just going to eat our fiber. I haven't had a lot of sugar since I started this, and I don't crave it anymore. Not even in this cycle did I crave it. And that's when my worst ones were, right before I was due to get my monthly. It's terrible. It used to be super bad. But this month it just wasn't even a thing. I didn't crave it. I was fine. Yeah. eat your fiber. Different people are different. Yeah, different people are different. I liked the carnivore diet. I just had a hard time sticking to it. I really do like my vegetables. Like I love my peppers and I love my onions, and I even like fruit on an occasion. Not really. Sometimes I do. But all right, I'm going to go. I love you guys' faces. Keep her moving. Take it easy. Tell your mom I said hi, and watch out for deer. Bye, guys.
Tonight we're making one. Today breakfast.
If you need a break from the politics, please consider subscribing to our Substack or subscribing to our ex-subscribers. Just good food, good friends, and good times. We'll see you later. Thanks.
Get out the way. Get out the way.